Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC out here at the Avon Park Field. I got my beautiful camera precious on the camera for me today. We're going to take up the Ailerons 50mm VIPER, have a little bit of fun with her. Okay, my motor on. Going to take off in stability mode in the vector system, which is the same thing as self-leveling. Running a 1500 4S RC Hacker in there. All right.
AS3 experience stability mode.
All right, here we go. Whoa. Sorry about that, honey.
AS3X mode.
Sorry about that. I didn't quite take into consideration the way the wind was going there. All right, it's just great flying little park flyer, little park jet. Went in their optimized mode, or their
remaining 3 minutes.
How they call it. It's their wind mitigation mode in the vector system. It's just a very basic gyro system. Yeah, can't help it. Perfect park flyer. Now, wonder what fell. Oh, the Avanti's fine. Now, landing on the runway, you may think, oh, that sounded terrible. Yes, it does mar it up as far as color, but you've got hard protection here, some hard plastic fins here, protection for your servos here. Now, the center section is kind of a protrusion there where you can hand launch from below. That will get marred up on the foam, but the rest of the foam actually doesn't touch because it's picked up off by those plastic protection. All right, let's take off in the wind. This time we'll take off the way they want you to, underneath them handholds. Okay. About 3/4 throttle. Just like that. Then I go back to the wind mitigation mode.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Take it up, flip it, bring it down, break it up, kill the motor. I'm just gliding now. Back in the power a little bit. Yeah, the vector system is tuned for each individual Ailerons planes that they sell, that they equip with the vector system. Now, it's non-tunable. You can't go in there. It's not like the Reflex 3 that you can go in there and change. It's tuned for that plane. It comes already installed. It's in most of their planes, not all of them, but most of them.
One minute.
Bring her by fast, or into the wind right at us. Right by us here. Do that again. All right. Line up for landing. We'll check our battery. About half throttle, quarter throttle.
30 seconds.
There you go.
Lock secured.
So I had 30 seconds left on a 3.5 minute timer. Let me check my battery. If I got enough to go up again, we'll go up one more time. Just a simple bank and yank plane, just big on fun. I'll show you battery placement in just a moment. 53%, you know we're gonna go up again. Heck yeah. All right. Another way, some people have problems with their shoulders, so hand launching like this and like side is hard. They're easier to do it like this. So I'll show you. You can also
Motor on.
hand launch it like that. You just got to remember that rudder's right there. So we'll put it back in my stability mode.
Stability mode.
Okay. Just kind of push it up in the air.
20 seconds. AS3X
Back
mode.
to the AS3X mode. Had her in stability mode. Well, you know what? Let's
Stability mode.
keep her in stability mode. That's their version of self-level or safe. I cannot turn the plane.
Expired.
Cannot turn the plane upside down to save my life. Okay, all right, that's gonna drive me nuts, sorry.
AS3X mode.
Gotta go back to, I just call it AS3X mode. That's what I call it in the transmitter. That's not what it is. It's whatever the Vector's version of, it might be dynamic. I think they may call it dynamic mode. It's their version of wind mitigation. I mean, you can still get in trouble and everything. It's not gonna self-level, but it will help this light little so many gram plane fly like a bigger, heavier jet. All right, I think that's good enough. Excellent little flyer. Excellent little flyer. There you go.
Front secured.
Now, we were 36 seconds over on a 3.5 minute timer, so 4 minutes and 6 seconds of total stick time. Let me show you. I've got a 1500 RC Hackers 4S. These little bank and yank 50 millimeters from Arrows. They're sold as being for 3S only. But I've never flown them on 3S. I've only ever thrown, I'm just about touching the ESC and I can leave my finger back in there. It's not hot. There's plenty of good cooling. But anyways, I've never flown them on, I have never flown them on 3S. I will have no idea how they would perform on 3S. I've only ever flown them all on small 4S's, and I've never had an issue. Now, if you look inside the plane, get the XT60 connector right back in there. Let me get a little closer for you. Okay. All right, right up in there is the 4-channel AR410 Spectrum, just a plain Jane receiver. It doesn't have any kind of stabilization or gyro. It's just a receiver, good reliable receiver. That little circuit board there is your Vector system with all the leads that are labeled. Then I just tucked them on the and plugged them into that AR410 and shoved that back up in there. There's your elevator servo that's adjustable, and then you got your 2 ailerons servos. The battery placement, actually let me put that back, was right basically just wherever the canopy will close for me, just using Velcro. Okay, I don't remember the numbers, but that mid-wing, which is about about where the wing spar would be. If you look, you've got the beginning of your handholds there. That piece of tape there, go right behind that tape, and that's where she CG's at. Now, with this particular plane, I want it to kind of maybe favor nose heavy, which would be good. It would give you a lot more control and stability. So, but you don't want too much nose heavy, just favoring it in this type of a jet. So, it's not a death reel. If it was a Delta wing, I'd want it level to favoring tail heavy. But just favoring stuff, not like distinct, you know. All right, well, there you go. That's the Ailerons 50mm. It doesn't have a rudder, it's just a banking angle. Just a fun little park flyer. Take her out in the park, you know, ball field, soccer field. I've even flown this in a baseball diamond before and just make like little circles, you know. Just a good little flyer. You pick yours up at Hobby Zone. There'll be a link in the description of the video. And y'all have a good Camera Precious. Thank you for filming. God bless y'all. God is good. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends. And then little 50mm from Ailerons. Bye-bye.